Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to understand about the procedure related to the child in conflict with law. That is, a child who is found in conflict with law, how that child is convicted, and what is the procedure in which the trial inquiry is conducted by the Juvenile Justice Board. All that we will learn in this video. So, let us start from the placement of persons. If an inquiry has already started against a child under the Juvenile Justice Act and during the inquiry the child turns 18 years old, the inquiry will still continue before the Juvenile Justice Board. So, a child who is found in conflict with law when he has committed the crime was below the age of 18 years, and during the inquiry the child has turned into 18 years. So, the inquiry will still continue in the Juvenile Justice Board. He will not be sent to the Children's Court. And if a person committed an offense while below the age of 18 years but is caught or apprehended after turning 18, they will be still treated as a child during the inquiry. So the first point is about a child turning 18 during the inquiry. So the inquiry will be continued in the Juvenile Justice Board. And the second point tells about the child committing offense when he was below the age of 18 years. So the inquiry will be done treating the person as if he is a child. Though he have turned 18, still as he have committed the offense before the age of 18 years, he will be treated as a child. So now let us understand the procedure relating to the child who have committed an offense stages wise. So the first stage is apprehension of child alleged to be in conflict with law. So according to section 10 of the Juvenile Justice Act 2015, when a child is apprehended, they must be placed in the Special Juvenile Police Unit or SJPU or Child Welfare Police Unit. So a found who has committed an offense and is apprehended and he is convicted, he shall be placed in the Special Juvenile Police Unit. The child must be, and after the apprehension, the child must be produced before the Juvenile Justice Board within 24 hours, excluding the travel time. And no child can be kept in a police lockup or jail. So the procedure is similar to that of an adult if who have committed a crime and convicted by the police shall be produced before the magistrate within 24 hours, excluding the travel time. So in this case, the child shall be produced before the Juvenile Justice Board. So this is stage 1. After apprehending the child shall be produced before the Juvenile Justice Board. And the next stage is bail to a person who is apparently a child alleged to be in conflict with law. So a child who have committed an offense can also get a bail. When a person, apparently a child, is alleged to have committed a bailable or non-bailable offense and is apprehended or detained by police or appears before the Juvenile Justice Board, such child shall be released on bail with or without any surety or placed under the supervision of a probation officer or under the care of any fit person or fit institution. So on these conditions, the juvenile can be released. That is, he can be released either with the surety or without surety or under any supervision or under any fit person or fit institution. And bail can be granted in both bailable and non-bailable offences. So the proviso of that section says that bail shall not be granted if there are reasonable grounds to believe that release is likely to bring the child into association with any known criminal or exposure to moral, physical, or psychological danger defeat the ends of justice. So, on these grounds, the bail to the child can be rejected. And the next stage is information to parents, guardians, or probation officers. Whenever a child alleged to be in conflict with law is apprehended, the Special Juvenile Police Unit or Child Welfare Police Officer must inform the parent or guardian of the child and the probation officer or any person who is in charge of the child was living. So it is necessary to inform the parents or legal guardian of the child that he has been apprehended due to due to an offense which he have committed. Either the special juvenile police unit or the child welfare police officer shall inform the parent or legal guardian of the child that the child has been apprehended and shall also mention the reason for such apprehension. So the information must include apprehension of the child and the need to appear before the Juvenile Justice Board, for which the child has been apprehended shall also be known to the parent or legal guardian. And the next stage is inquiry by Juvenile Justice Board. So, when a child alleged to be in conflict with law is produced before the board shall hold an inquiry as per this Act and may pass orders under Section 17 or 18. So, as we know that in every district, a juvenile justice board is being established, and those cases related to children are dealt by the juvenile justice board. So, it can pass orders under Section 17 and 18, and the board can also conduct inquiry on the children in conflict with law. So, there is also a time limit which the Act mentions for conducting the inquiry. So, the inquiry must be completed within 4 months from the date of first production and can be extended by 2 months if needed with reasons recorded in writing. So, the board shall complete the investigation and inquiry within 4 months and shall pass appropriate orders, or it may extend to a maximum of 2 months. So, for heinous offences under Section 15, a preliminary assessment must be completed within 3 months from the date of first production of the child. So, according to this section, in cases of a heinous offense committed by a child, that is, any offense for which the imprisonment is 7 years or more, in those cases, a preliminary assessment or a study shall be conducted by the Juvenile Justice Board. So, that shall be completed within 3 months. And if inquiry is not completed in 6 months, in cases of petty offences, inquiry automatically terminates if not completed within 6 months. So, in cases of petty offences, the board, if it could not complete the inquiry within 6 months, then the inquiry shall be terminated. And in cases of serious or heinous offences, if inquiry not completed within 6 months, the board may get further extension from the Chief Judicial Magistrate or Chief Metropolitan Magistrate with reasons recorded in writing. So, in cases of petty offences, there is no extension of time and the inquiry shall be terminated. But in cases of serious and heinous offences, some more time will be given to the board with reasons recorded in writing to the Chief Judicial Magistrate or Chief Metropolitan Magistrate. And the board shall ensure at the start that the child has not been ill-treated by the police or any other person, including lawyers or probation officers. So, at the beginning of the inquiry, the board shall ensure that the child has not been ill-treated by any persons. That is, it could be the police officer or lawyers or probation officers. It shall conduct proceedings in simple manner, giving the child a child-friendly atmosphere, and it shall give the child the opportunity to be heard and to participate in the inquiry. So, as we have understood in the last class, that there are some general principles which shall be followed by the board while conducting inquiry, which the Act provides. So, which include the child-friendly atmosphere, the right to participate and to be heard, etc. And it shall dispose of petty offences through summary proceedings and serious offences through summons trial proceeding. So, in cases of heinous offences, if the child is below the age of 16 years and have committed a heinous offense, then the case shall be disposed of like a serious offense under Clause E. If the child is below the age of 16 years, the case shall be disposed according to the summons trial proceeding. And if the child is between 16 to 18 years and have committed a heinous offense, then it is dealt with under Section 15. So, after conducting the preliminary assessment, the board will decide whether the trial shall be conducted as of an adult or not. So, this is the fourth stage. And the last stage we will understand in the next video. So, that's all in this video. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you.